So here's a first linear equation to start out with, just getting in the practice of solving linear equations. So looking at an equation like this, the first thing we want to do is get the variable isolated. So we want to get the variable on one side. Notice how the variable, in this case p, appears on both sides of the equation. So we need to combine those. If we're going to completely isolate p, then first thing we need to do is get p in one spot. We need to kind of get our target focused on p here. So you can either subtract 5p from both sides to move this one over here, or we could subtract 3p from both sides. And it really doesn't matter which way you go. I suppose I'll subtract 5p from both sides here, as long as you do the same thing to both sides. So if I want to make this 5p disappear from this side of the equation, then I need to do the opposite. This is positive 5p right now, so I'm going to subtract 5p and then do the exact same thing to the other side. Now, in combining these like terms here, 3p and negative 5p, you should subtract 3 minus 5, so that's negative 2p. And then I'm going to keep everything else the same. Minus 6 equals, so the 5p is gone now from the right side of the equation, and I just have 1. Okay, again, the goal is to isolate the variable. So now I need to move this 6 to the other side. So I do the opposite. I see minus 6 here, so I'm going to do plus 6 to both sides. And so that'll remove the minus 6 from the left side of the equation here, so we just have negative 2p. And then 1 plus 6, so this is 7. Now, so again, we want to completely isolate p. So I need to remove this multiple of negative 2 right here. So if I'm looking at negative 2 times p, then to get rid of the negative 2 coefficient, I should divide. Because this is multiplication, negative 2 times p, I want to do the opposite. So in this case, divide by negative 2. And that'll cancel the negative 2 there, but make sure you do the same thing to both sides. So divide 7 by negative 2 gives you a final answer of p equals negative 7 over 2. So the overall goal is to isolate the variable. The first thing that had to happen here was to get the variable all on one side. And as you're solving the equation, as you're working on isolating the variable, just whatever you do to one side of the equation, make sure you do the same thing to the other side.